through my last video we saw what is ISO 14001 and its basic steps. So through this video we are going to see the scoring process, which is the continuation of the last video. The scoring process for the organizations in ISO 14001. So this scoring process can be done in all the organizations. See how the scoring process is done through an example of footwear industry. We'll see how this scoring process is useful, how it benefits the organization. So let's just start the video. So now we'll understand the whole concept of the scoring system using a relevant example, that is of the footwear industry. So, the environmental impacts of the footwear industry, we'll see. Number one, we'll see it in the manufacturing process. We'll cover the whole life cycle, the supply chain of the footwear industry. So, number one thing is the manufacturing industry had a large amount of machinery, and number two, the chemicals are used to produce the shoes. So, it causes a great harm to the environment. It produces greenhouse gases because of which the environmental effect is more. Number two, the coal is used. Number three, the production produces approx 30 pounds of carbon dioxide. Next is the chemicals that are used in the production process. They also contribute to the negative impacts in the environment. Also, chemical adhesives are used. Tanning is done as a part of the shoe making process. So different chemicals, they are leaked into the environment. They are leaked into the nearby rivers, which cause damage to the environment. So discharge is done. Ground They are also not treated before discharging it into the river. Next is in the transportation cycle. So here, since factories are situated far away, so transportation takes time, and also then the trucks are needed to transport them to the local market or deliver the shoes to the retailers. So that also cause a large amount of environmental damage. Next is the disposal. So for the ones who throw the shoes after using them into the landfills, they also contaminate the soil. So that's why they are also causing negative impacts to the environment. Also, it also causes effect to the wildlife and also to the humans. So next is so this is the major environmental concerns we have seen just now in the product cycle. So first one is the transportation from the factories. Number two is the process that involves the use of chemicals. Number three is the consumption of energy. Number four is the shoes are not recycled. Number five is they require the water consumption also. So next we'll see the scoring. So for transportation, we have used severity as a 4 because severity is a lot of concern, because transportation it next is the occurrence. Because transportation occurs less, a huge lot is collected and then it is collectively transported to the retailer shops. So occurrence is 3 because it might occur once or twice a day just. So next is detection. Detection is for number 3 because every time, every minute, it is not possible to detect the transportation, the environmental impacts caused due to the transportation. Next is the use of chemicals, including the use of adhesives. So severity, it is very severe. It might cause a lot of impacts to the environment. It might cause damage. Next occurrence is 5 because chemicals are used in every shoe, so it occurs every second. Detection is 4 because a lot might not we might not be able to detect it, and there may be a lot of wastage unknowingly. So we give it 4. Next is the use of plastics. So for plastics, severe is 4 because it causes a great environmental impact. Occurrence is 4 and detection is also 4. So, the use of plastics, it is less, but it occurs very frequently, and it might not get detected sometimes, but it usually gets detected. Next is the consumption of energy. So it occurs very frequently because the energy is needed in the entire production process in the factory. Detection is 5 because of the electricity bills we can detect the energy consumption. Severity is 4. Next is the water usage. Since not a lot of amount of water is used in the production of the shoes, so severity is 4 obviously, because it is a very severe issue because a lot of water is used and lot of water is waste as well. Next occurrence two, because as just I said that a lot might not get used in the shoe production process. It might differ for other industries as well, but in this industry it is not used much. Detection is 3. We cannot it is used. It might not be get detected very frequently because a lot is wasted, and you might not count every drop of water that is used or that is wasted. Next is landfills. Of course it is very severe, that's why I've given 5 to severity. Next, occurrence 4 and detection 4. It might occur very frequently, but you might not detect it every time. So for detection, it is 4. I hope you understand this. And I mean, you can score it using the numerical scale or with high, low, medium scale also. So I've done it with a numerical scale. The highest is the 5 and the lowest is the, I think, 2. So you can go it like this also. So every organizations can use the numerical scale, the scoring scale. And now we'll see what are the benefits it causes to the organizations. Hope you all understood the whole process of the scoring. So now we'll see how the scoring system is useful for the organizations. So number one is prioritization. So this scoring system helps to prioritize the environmental emissions that are caused due to the activities, products and services that we talked about, and it on the basis of their potential and the impacts it causes. This also allows them to allocate the resources where it is more necessary, and less allocation of resources where there is less necessary for that period of time. So next is risk management. So this scoring system also aids in the risk management by quantifying the likelihood of the events. It helps the organizations to manage the risks and understand the most critical risks that are going to happen in a certain period of time, and also helps the organization to take the control measures in order to avoid those risks or lower those risks. Number 3 is the performance evaluation. So this scoring system is also useful to evaluate the performance of the organizations. The members of the organizations, the people working over there can evaluate the performance by scoring the environmental impacts and monitor the improvements over time if they are taking place or not. And this also helps the organization to assess the effectiveness of their environmental management. Next is the decision making. So the scoring system provides a standardized basis for the decision making process. It also offers the opportunity for the managers and the other people working in the organization to decide where the resources are to be allocated more and where less resources would be. If they are allocated less, then it would work out. So it also provides other measures to minimize the environmental risks. And also the next point is communication. The scoring process helps in communicating the investors, the customers, the stakeholders about the different environmental risks and impacts, both internally as well as externally. So it also helps to deliver the environmental issues and the organization's commitment about how they are addressing it. So last point is compliance and certifications. So the scoring systems aligns with the requirements of ISO, which we are talking about, ISO 14001, and other environmental issues. It helps to certify it, the organizations, and track the progress. It will also help to gain trusts of the investors, and the scores can be an evidence about the due diligence and the continuous improvement that we can track using the audits by conducting different audits of the sustainability and environment. So this is the end of the video. I hope you like the video. Thank you for watching.